We are now getting you dramatic visuals that have been caught on camera. They have revealed how a major tragedy has been averted in Maharashtra's Beed, where an under-construction building has collapsed. These are visuals on your screen. You could just see that building falling. These are very, very dramatic and scary visuals. Thankfully, there has been no loss of life that has been reported from the area, and vibrations in fact were felt before the collapse, and that is when that was the time that allowed the workers who were there on the spot to run away to a safer location. However, this under construction building really suffered some kind of a lapse, and because of which it came crumbling down. These are dramatic visuals, and this is from Maharashtra's Beed. Very, very scary visuals. Thankfully, no casualties or no injuries have been reported from the spot, because of the time that people realized that the building might just fall. They got that time to run away to a safer location and save their lives. However, this could be a major tragedy that was waiting to happen. We are still looking into the details of this. What really got this building that came crumbling down? Was it the kind of the construction that was actually the contract that was given for construction? The contractor needs to be questioned over here. We are still to ascertain more details when it comes to this particular building that has collapsed. Very, very dramatic visuals caught on camera as this under construction building just was leveled to the ground. Major tragedy that has thankfully been averted. Visuals are from Maharashtra. This is from Beed in Maharashtra, and this is an under construction building that collapsed. Thankfully, no injuries, no casualties that have been reported. My colleague Arunil now joins me on the broadcast. Arunil, very, very dramatic visuals and very scary at that time. Entire building that has come crumbling down. Thankfully, we are being told that there are no casualties. But do we know about more details? How did this happen? And what was the reason for this collapse?
For the workers, laborers who were working inside this under construction building in Beed in Marathwada region of Maharashtra. Fortunately, one can say that there were vibrations that could be felt before this collapse, and that is when the workers who were working inside, they evacuated immediately from the building. The people who were nearby, they were also basically taken to a safe location. And as you were rightly pointing out, you can see in the visuals as well, the building came down, crumbling down, basically crumbled down, and there were no injuries, fortunately. What exactly led to this collapse? That has been investigated by the local municipal corporation. But lucky escape for the workers who were working inside, or people who.
Right. Arunil, in fact, we could see these visuals. We are playing out for our viewers full screen. It's been recorded from a place which looks like another building terrace. Now, these buildings seem like they are very close to one another. We can also see the visuals on the screen. There is another building that's very close to this building that's come falling down. Now, do we know about the contract? Who was the contractor who was actually looking at the construction of this particular building? Clear case of the kind of material that was used, which of course had a lot wanting, because of which obviously the foundation really is something that is in question. Why else would a building which is obviously to a height, I can see 2 to 3, 4 floors here, all of them coming down, crumbling down. And of course, thankfully, there have been no casualties. Otherwise, this was a major tragedy.
Well, it's a four-story building in Beed, and as you rightly pointed out, in fact, a major lucky escape for the workers who were working inside or people who stayed nearby. Thankfully or fortunately, there were vibrations that could be felt in this building before it. Some time for the people who were nearby to go at a safe distance from the building. Whether there were any major irregularities in this, yes, the municipal corporation officials had reached the spot immediately out and then.
Okay. All right, we seem to have lost that link with Arunil. We'll try to ascertain and get in some reactions as far as this particular incident is concerned. Very, very scary visuals on your screens. These visuals are from Maharashtra's Beed district. This is an under construction building, which was a 4-story building, and that entire building came crashing down, crumbling down. You can down to the ground. You can see the visuals, very, very dramatic visuals. Under construction building comes crumbling down. Thankfully, the workers got some time to escape because they could sense a vibration and they sensed that the building might just fall. And they ran to a safer location. Thankfully, there have been no casualties or injuries that have been reported. However, this incident needs to be looked at in totality on the person who was looking at the construction of the building, the contractor who was handed over this entire construction, and what really happened. Were there irregularities, like my colleague Arunil was pointing out? We will get down to the bottom of this and get you all the updates pertaining to this particular story.